Front of Village 7-1, so we're going to see a battle between four boats for the reach. It's SAPJ Luca, it's Lucas Moore, it's Village 7-1, and Jim Cars can sneak in. It's also attacking her boat. See, it's all swords, all the swords on, and they're penalizing each other.
Hello and welcome to our Esailing World Championship Final highlight show.
And Steve, I promised keep you on this in many ways. There you go. You lose, and you snooze. There, and he's taking the win because he's cheating. So starting in first, Esailing TV doing a great start this time. Let's go this way so the mic gets. No, don't do that with the mark again. Ah, Jesus Christ. Why doing a crazy format as we're doing today?
Well, I didn't cut the rod.
To the right hand side, see the wheel starts up there. And then two penalties, no, only one penalty. Hello everybody, now you can hear me. It's all about the technique. Remember to switch on the mic. So hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to Esailing TV. Good afternoon, good morning and good night to some of you. Welcome to Esailing TV, and today's Monday show will be all about what's been happening last week. It's going to be some random races, and then we're going into the VRE Sailing Club once again to watch one of their club races. Hopefully we can see all of it. It's all about how the custom race works for them today. I hope all have a good weekend and a good last week. But before starting today's show, let's watch some of the battles from last week. We are doing a small show every week where we are recording and making the three best battles of the week going into the channel. So let's see which three battles was the best in the last week's recordings we had. So here we go. To the right hand side, see the windsocks up there, and then two penalties, no, only one penalty giving to Walt for sailing into Baumhaus and TP Doc. That's good news for Baumhaus. From Germany we have Guro, he's in second, Noah in first, but we have to watch Baumhaus on the left hand side. He's coming with speed, and see, according to server, he's in second now. He went to the left hand side, and the windsocks, they haven't actually not changed at the moment. Only the middle sock going a little bit leftward towards right. So see Baumhaus, he's going from position 4 to position 1. Because of strategic thinking and reading the radar, and also taking a chance. Village 7-1, so we're going to see a battle between four boats for the reach. It's SAPJ Luca, it's Lucas Moore, it's Village 7-1, and Jim Cars can sneak in. So let's follow this battle over here, see what happens. Village is throwing dirty on Lucas Moore. This can cost the second position. Lucas Moore still on the inside. Oh, nice race by Village 7-1. Jim Cars coming in there. He can do the same trick to Lucas Moore. Way to go, maneuvering by Sailing Shark there. So again, it's only Village 7-1 who won a maneuvering by Sailing Shark. They are in the lead to control the other boats. So if Village is getting a penalty, he's getting a penalty, or losing the battle downwind to Sailing Shark, then it's all over for teammates. You just see him from this angle here. Black Cat, Village 7-1. Sailing Shark are in control, so we have a battle here. Black Cat, can he come in lead of the others? Yeah, he can. So if Sailing Shark continues what he do, no. A penalty to Black Cat. What again? Red team. It's going to be a close one. Team Pink are losing. I think we have a winner in red. So, let's see if we can catch some new action in this week. It's Monday. It's the first streaming day of the week. We had a small morning stream where I was just having fun on the stream. But now it's serious. We're going to commentate some races. And let's go in and watch some random races to start with, so we can see all of you joining in. So what we will do now is we are going to spectate on the offshore racer and see how many servers there's online. So we will take this 1 out of 9 server, so everybody watching the stream has an opportunity to go in and watch it. And there it's actually disconnected, so we will take the next server that will start in home. Everything is crashing for us today. So let's see if we can get a server and watch it in a few sec. So we experienced some crashes at the moment, but we know Virtua Vergata are doing a lot of upgrades in the game. They are introducing this pro race, and it has been giving them a lot of opportunities and things to watch in there. And I just have to say my game crashed again. So we're just going into it. So that's not the deal rest of the night, that we can't watch the spectator mode. But let's see what happens. It's the offshore race, so we will take the first race starting when we're coming back in. So if you're watching Esailing TV now and you want to see yourself, then it's all about joining the offshore race. So a 9-9 server has started and a lot of new players are in there. So let's go watch it. And we don't want to see me in the corner. That was in the morning. There we go. 11 seconds to start. It's the offshore race, so we'll do a presentation after the start. 6 seconds to the start. See, it's a big slow boat with a huge sail, and if we go into the offshore, it has a wind shadow of 45 meters. 45 meters, so downwind. When it's going to sail downwind, it's going to have a good speed. We can see 9.6 upwind. That's also a good speed, and we can see the windstocks are coming straight at him from a little bit from left towards right, but we will have a wind shift if it's going from right towards left. All the boats going to the left hand side are doing a great job, but right now all of them are going to the right hand side. See, we will see a penalty here. Ting Tang, no, he's just managed to get away from it. But let's try to go down and watch that battle a little bit from here. And now they're tagging up there. We had the first penalty. It's to the Dane, Kadofatte. He got the first penalty. I'm glad a Danish name went there, but maybe he should choose another name if he wants to go to the World Championship. So, small introduction why they're sailing. We have Spartacus from Great Britain. We have 5538. He's from Italy. Then we have the Mob. We have been seeing him before. He's from France. Peluco, he's in the lead at the moment. He's from Spain. Then we have Ting Tang. He's from France. We have Kadofatte. He's from Denmark. We have a boat. This boat, he's 5'3". He is from France. And then we have German boat. And see, there we have an issue. Spartacus, oh, luckily for him, this German boat is all too nice to him and not using the rules and penalizing. But at the moment, at the top mark, we have a small fight, and see that turn there. He just managed to get around it, Ting Tang. So he's in the lead, a French lead, a second place to Spain, Dane on the third, France, the Mob on fourth, the Mob, and then we have all the other skippers coming in. And see there, the Gonnier is up, the huge sail is up. It's 45 meters wind shadow. See, half of the track is getting wide. So if you're captured in the wrong side here, you are really caught in it. And Wind Whisper is writing us that he is also online today. He can just join us if he wants to. He can just he can just call us if he's not getting into a new game. But see, we have a small battle, Ting Tang, and we have Peluco. Then the Danish boat is coming in. The Danish boat, he has the port side, so he can actually penalize the other boats. But see, they're fighting each other, pushing each other away. It's a good fight. Way to go by TikTok. And we have another fight, the Danish boat fighting the mob. And no. That's a stupid move by the Danish boat. If he has continued his part, he was not going to fight the mob upwind. So he chooses to go to the right-hand side, where the mob going to the left-hand side. And let's read those wind socks up there. It's going from left towards right, so we didn't have a wind shift. And it's actually getting a little bit stronger from left towards right. This means that the boat's going to the right-hand side, we see here. Are actually capturing the wind quite good, 9.7. The other boats, see 8.7, are not doing it that great. So Ting Tang, he is in the middle, still in the lead, closely followed by Peluco. Peluco, he's too long away to go in and penalize him in this cross. The same thing the Danish Catafat is. But see, if he penalized the mob at the gate mark, he was not behind him now. Because the mob, he sailed the shortest distance. That's why he is in the lead and throwing dirty air on Catafat. So we are going to have a fight downwind. It's going to be between Ting Tang and Peluco. And then we're going to have a fight between the mob and also Catafat, the Danish boat. There we're coming around the first mark. Ting Tang first. Peluco coming second, the mob third, the Danish boat fourth, and these four skippers all can throw dirty on each other. And when we're seeing them jumping in, then we can see the wind shadow. See 45 meters. It's so huge in these boats. So actually, what he's doing now, Peluco, that's actually stupid. He's sailing straight into the wind shadow. So if the other boats, now he's placed in the wind shadow. So he's 1 knot, 2 knots slower, 1.5 knots slower than the other boats, and losing momentum. So right now the other boats are actually in control of him, but now they're attacking towards the ley line. So the role switch, no, he's going after to penalize him instead of throwing dirty air. So he's a little bit aggressive. This means that the Danish boat, the Danish skipper, he has the chance to get in front of them. And see, now he's throwing dirty air into the battle against Peluco. But he has to look, because the German boat here, 986, can throw dirty on him into sack. Peluco, he just managed to keep himself in the lead. This means that the Danish boat are attacking the mob tacking away. And right now, both of them throwing dirty air on Peluco. So Peluco not doing the best. So the mob getting second, Peluco getting third. Danish boat fourth, German boat coming fifth. And then Spartacus from Great Britain coming in sixth. Boat 5-3 coming in, and boat 5-1 coming in last position. So this boat is all about wind shadow when you're racing downwind. It's actually a lot of the top players don't like the boat because it's slow. It thinks it's slow, but it has this huge wind shadow, so you actually don't have a chance to get away from it. So you always have to keep you on the right side racing downwind from the other boats, so you're not caught in the wind shadow. And if you really see here, see the mob, he actually managed to capture Peluco when they're racing downwind. So, to all of you, now I'm saying within the next 10 seconds I will take the server starting there, because some of you are a little bit delayed because you're not watching us on Twitch TV, you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, and there's a 10 seconds delay. So looking down, so if you want to join, we're taking this 1 out of 9 server for doing the next race. So we're just counting down for it. It's the offshore racer. So when you're doing the offshore racer, as we just saw, let's take some stats on it. The offshore racer, it's 45 meters wind shadow, huge sails, huge wind shadow. If we're going in to see the upwind, it has a good maximum speed if you're doing it right, 9.7, and downwind It's all about how much wind there are in the game, but we just saw around 13.8, 15, some of them 15. So let's see how they would do. So right now it's saying 8 out of 9, so that's the server we're going to take, 9 out of 9. So we're just waiting it for to start, and this is this server. It's not the 8-9 server, it's the 9-9 server in the last line. Last position we'll take, but see how many of you joining in the game. And we love when it's jumping up and down, because then we have to look again. So a new server is starting. It's still, the time glass is still on, so we're watching who's in that one. And let's see who will be the lucky one to be an Esailing TV in a few sec. There, it's going to start. It's 9-9 server. And we love to see this on Esailing TV, because every time we go live we can see the servers are going amok. It's because many of you just want to join in and see yourself in the game. There, 8 out of 9. A lot of new boats. We love to see a lot of new boats, because later tonight we're going to see the VRE Sailing Club, and we know a lot of those players. So a small presentation. It's from France. It's Babar 86. We have Carton. He's from France. We have Greg Vanna, he's from Switzerland. Then Pistol Pete, we have been seeing him before. He's from Australia. We have Prigo, he's from Spain. Then we have a boat, he's from Holland. We have Mickey P85, he's from Italy. And then we have Chino No, he's from France. And let's see how they would do. It's all exciting to see how the starts are, especially when we have a lot of new players. We haven't seen that much, so sometimes we're seeing some really good starts and some special ones. A penalty there in the start to Pico, 2 seconds to start. That's a harsh penalty to go, but he just managed to go back in the race. And now he has to take care that he's not getting his second penalty. He's so close of getting it, and one disconnection there. So in the lead we have the boat from Switzerland. It's Greg Vanna. He's leading this race, and we have a small fight in the middle here. Barber is going away, Prigo going away, Pistol Pete continues. So Carton, he's under pressure, and see how slow this boat is turning. It's so big. So there's a huge chance that you're getting a penalty if you turn your boat the wrong way. So this boat from Switzerland in the lead. Carton, he's going to the left hand side, and see the windsocks up in the top left corner. They actually don't know which side they're going to, so the left hand side, the left windsock are going right towards left, where the middle sock and the right sock are going from left towards right. So we will have a wind shift, but which side it's going to change to we can't see yet, but watch the middle sock, it's going to shift. It's going from right towards left, so the Pistol Pete and Carton are actually placed in a good position. The only wrong decision they've been doing here is they will not have the port side, and when the boats are so close to each other as they are here, there's a huge chance they will get a penalty when the other boats are crossing in. So Barbara, he's coming first here, Prigo in second, and this boat from Switzerland in third. And right now we can see the two other skippers coming from below with speed, but they are so damn close to the other boats that they will get a penalty if they're unlucky. No, see, they have to go behind. No, Carton going into it, and there he got the penalty. Just sailing into the others, but that might be a good decision. All wrong decision. Let's see if he managed to get in front of Pistol Pete. No, he doesn't. See how much speed he's losing there. Again, a huge wind shadow, 45 meters. So if you are in the left hand side and in the wide area, so now you can see the wind shadow going to the right and some of to the left. It's because the way the sails are pointing. But if you were here in the middle, you will lose all momentum. So Greg Warner, he is still in the lead, but see, he's caught in wind shadow, and that means 1.2 knots slower than the other boats. So don't go into the middle if you don't want to be caught in wind shadow. And see, now he's also going to be caught a little bit by Barber. So it's a double bomber here, 11.3, 12.4. Prigo going to be captured, but Miggy P85 is going to penalize Barber. No, he just managed to tack his boat, but now Pistol Pete are in trouble, but he's going behind them. A small fight with Carton, he's giving a penalty to Chinono, And then we are coming around the mark, and a new penalty handed out this time to Barbara 8-6. And do we have another penalty? No, we don't. It's still the two boats with a penalty. So it's still the boat from Switzerland in lead. 8.4, 8.5 upwind. They can do 0.2 more in speed upwind if they're capturing the winds the right way. It's not always the best best VNG is giving you the best maximum speed. So if sometimes you change your angle a little bit, you might catch a little bit better wind speed. Across from Barbara, he's trying to come back in the race, and again the wind radar, the wind's direction is a little bit mixed. It's from right towards left. It's straight at them, so it actually doesn't matter which side you're going to. In this case, it's all about sailing the shortest distance. So you can see there Mickey P coming in with a battle. So this is good news for the boat from Switzerland, but he has to take care when he's racing downwind. Racing downwind in the offshore racer is, as we have been saying before, it's hard because the wind shadow of each boat is 45 meters. So there's a huge chance that you will be caught. But let's see if the boat from Switzerland, he will be more than 45 meters ahead. 10.6, see he's speeding up now. And behind him, they're clustering up. So 4 boats. Oh, Barbara, don't know if he's drinking and sailing. That's illegal. So he's dropping all the way to 7 by sailing the wrong direction. So the Swiss boat is 47 meters ahead, so he cannot be caught in wind shadow. A penalty to Pistol Pete for sailing into the mark. So Mickey P can attack pre-go, and Pistol Pete, he's losing momentum, but he's back in the race. It costed him around 8 meters only in the offshore racer, but he's now caught in Carton's wind shadow. And also see these two skippers, they're so long behind. They both got a penalty at the top mark, but still they're throwing a lot of dirty air to the other skippers. So Carton, he's actually captured in dirty air, a little bit slower than the other boats. But it's going to be a win for Switzerland, and now we're going to have a fight for third. Mickey P8, he's going away from Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete, no, Caton is not going to attack him. He's going on the inside. That's actually a really wrong decision. So he can only attack Mickey P8 5 now, because Pistol Pete, they're throwing the dirty air to the left-hand side. But Mickey P8 5 is not caught by any wind shadow, because Caton, he's just sailing his own race. So pre-go going in second. Will we have a fight for third? Let's see. No, it's not going to be exciting. It's going to be Mickey P8 5 in third, but Pistol Pete getting in fourth, Carton fifth, and then we have a small battle behind. Let's see if we can get into it. There we have a battle. So Barbara, oh, what a turn. He's really turning away. But the other boat is attacking him instead of just sailing for the finish line. So Barbara keeping his position 6. Push. Good races in the start, good races, but still it's the offshore races, so you don't know what happens downwind, especially if you're really good at controlling your downwind race, because upwind you cannot capture that much distance to the others, but downwind you can throw a lot of dirty air and win the race. We will take one more race. Right now it's a 5 out of 9 race, but we'll take this 1 out of 9 race in the bottom, so everybody watching the stream has a chance to join in. So 1 out of 9, we'll join that. Going in it, that means around 5 to 10 seconds, it will be filled up. So we're just waiting for it. So right now it's first filling up the 4 out of 9, it's 8 out of 9, and when that's filled, so now it's filling up the next race. So everybody of you watching on all channels has a chance to join in. 8 out of 9, 9 out of 9, it's going fast now because people want to be in that race. So 9 out of 9, it's the offshore racer, it's the classic racing upwind towards 2 top marks, racing downwind to a gate mark, going upwind again to the top marks, and racing downwind for the finish line. The server is going to start, it's 9 out of 9, it's coming in here, all the marks are there, so we're just waiting it to get red. If you have any questions, please ask in the chat, write us in the chat. I can see tonight we have a lot of viewers with us. Fantastic all of you to be in there. So if you have any questions, anything, just write me and I'll try to answer it while we're sailing. So again, this time a really international race with some Argentinians, some Spanish sailors, Turkish sailor, a Swedish and an Italian. And again, players we don't know. So we will look into it and watch how they're racing. Small presentation from Argentina, the Argentinian sailor. Then we have from Spain, Simon Talbot. I need to learn some Spanish. Coyote, he's from Argentina. We have been seeing him before. Tuve, we watched him before. He's from Sweden. Mari Kiki, he's from Spain. Puntanzo, he's from Spain. Gunsubul, he's from Turkey. Then we have Pankaka, we have also seen that Swedish boat before. And Shamrock, he is from Italy. And they're splitting up a little bit, so right now we can see a boat all by himself in the right hand side, but he's going upwind. That was not the best, that was Shamrock. And 2 false start, the Turkish boat and the Argentinian sailor with a false start. It's not that costly in the offshore racer. I see the Argentinian sailor, he's 27 meters behind, but you cannot trust the server upwind. He can actually get in and only be 12 meters behind. Trust me, I'm speaking of experience here. I'm not always the best starter. So let's go to the left hand side and see what happens. He has Mariki, he is going all the way to left hand side, and now there's a wind shift. Simontal coming in, trying to penalize him. Nice move with that big boat behind, but they have to avoid the 2 next boat coming in here. Pankaka managed to do it, and this time he didn't do it, Makiki. He just got the penalty correct. He is really attacking the other boats. So Tufu and Pankaka, the 2 Swedish boats, are, according to my, in the lead. But see what happens outside of the ley line. Simontal from Spain and Coyote, they're coming in with speed. They are 0.7 knots faster than the others. That sometimes happens when you're outside of the ley line and get a better angle into it. So they will catch in a little bit, but they're not caught in wind shadow. But if Tufu would just manage to cut them off turning around the mark, they will not get in. But we will have a fight there, so we'll just follow this one, see who will get the penalty. There will be a penalty between one of these 4 boats. Tufu coming first, Pankaka with the port side. See there, Coyote getting a penalty by Simontal, but he's going behind him, so he might not get in the lead of him. That might just be cosmetic. No, he just managed to get in front of him. Tanso coming back, so it's still the 2 Swedish boat in the lead. So Coyote, the Spinnaker coming a little bit up too early, and then he's getting the wind into it, and he just penalized the Turkish boat, the Ninja boat there. But see that wind shadow, he's caught in the wind shadow and didn't get speed downwind. And here we can see how big the wind shadow is. 15.132 Puntanso. Simonta, he's caught in wind shadow. Tufu is caught in Pankaka. So this one boat is throwing wind shadow on 3 boats at a time. It's amazing that they can do it. See, and again here, almost 1.5 knots faster downwind. So way to go by Puntanso. It's a good fight, but still it's the 2 Swedish boat in the lead. And if they're not penalize each other, we will see 2 Scandinavians winning the boat. And this is interesting, they're splitting up. Now it's all about which side is the best, because you can't see that on the windsocks at the moment. So it's all about sailing the shortest distance. So I think Tufu actually made the right call. But let's see what's happening when Pankaka is coming up. So he won 3 meters on this one, Tufu. And he will have 4 meters, and he will have the port tack when they're coming in. So he will have the right away. So right now, Puntanzo tacking in. He's crossing in to attack the other Spanish boat to see if he can be in lead of it. Tufu, I think it's a little bit too early to cross in, but he will try to attack Pankaka and see if he can get in front of him. They are in the same momentum at the moment. He's a little bit in front, so Pankaka has to go behind him. And he does there, and he just managed to go in front of him. But according to, we have a penalty just beside, but according to the new rules, if Pankaka hit him without changing his his direction, then Tuve Uwe will get the penalty because he actually was in a maneuvering. So it's not always that fun to get that close to it. But still, this time it's Tuve Uwe in the lead, Pankaka in the attacking position. But way to go by Puntasso. He's now in third. And if he's not doing a mistake, he can attack both of them. See Montalboa, he's coming from behind. He got a penalty in the battle up win. Argentina Sailor getting a penalty for hitting the mark. I was just, and same thing Carot did. So the two Argentinians taking chances. And I was just trying to say that nice to see the Argentinian sailing coming back in the race. So this is interesting to see Tuve Uwe caught in wind shadow by two boats. We can see Montabor, he's going a little bit more to the right hand side because now he both have Puntanzo, Tuve Uwe. This means Pankaka, he's 1 knot faster than them. Simonta is also 1 knot faster. Now he's taking the two other boats when they're racing downwind. And see, because the wind shadow is 45 meters, Pankaka and Puntanzo is caught by Simontabor, but he's a little bit caught by the Argentinian sailor. But I have kept that direction. It's maybe too late. Let's see. Now the other boats can actually attack him, go in front of him. And now he's caught in wind shadow by himself. So Pankaka, he is in the chance to lose his second. No, he's just managed to keep it. A win for the Swedish Tuve Uwe. Pankakan in second. And Simontel in third. Puntanzo in fourth. Argentinian sailor will come in fifth, and then we have Shamrock in sixth, and the Turkish boat also disconnected. Good races, good races. It's enjoyable to watch that. So now we will get ready for the VRE Sailing Club races. They are getting ready for it tonight. They're all online, so let's go in and see if the servers is joined. Race starts at the moment. It's going to be the 49er in the first race. So let's go in and see it. And there we go. We just managed to get to the start. 19 boats for the start. And let's see if we can race the format for today. The format is... the start is just gone. So let's watch them from top, see what they're doing here. It's the 49er. The format is quite simple. It's 6 back-to-back races, only 1 fleet, and then there will be a medal race with double points for top 10 in the end. 2 J17, 1 49er, and 1 NACRA 17, and the medal race top 10 will be either a J17, a 49er, or a NACRA. At the moment, according to server, it's Azir in the lead, but let's go to the opposite side. Here we have Epicure. We have RSC Rocket, we have F16, Captain Caveman, but Azir, the young French guy in the lead, he's coming into the middle. He can do so much magic in the 49er. There's a cross here from F16. Espan managed to get in front of him. Wind Whisperer so close of Azir. Duval Bosma, he's in fourth. He's from Holland. He did a fantastic race last week. Then we have Alexander Menino, one of the Grand Old guys from Italy. Maradoni, he's here with the blue boat. So see how they're clustering up. This is good news for Azir, because when he's going downwind, he's more than 26 meters ahead. And the wind shadow of the 49er is only 23 meters. So if he's keeping racing like this, he will not be caught in wind shadow by the other. But see, the other boats are fighting each other. Wind Whisper going on the outside, a little bit caught in wind shadow. So let's see what happens when they're coming around the mark. There we have the first penalty. It's giving to Maradoni by the American boat 1841. Then Espan and Duval Bosma is going to the left-hand side. RSC Rocket going to... lots of penalties here. For hitting the mark and hitting each other. So they are all out of race, but it's all about getting good points, so they have to fight their way back. In the lead, it's Azir in second, 1841. RSC Rocket in fifth, Duval Bosma. We will see again a fight at this top mark. Oh, we don't want to see Azir, we want to see the top mark. There we go, 1841. He's fighting quite well there. Then we have Ispan, we have Duval Bossman, we have Captain Caveman, rest of the fleet coming in here. But it's interesting to see what they're doing. They're all going to the same side at the moment. That's meaning they're going to fight each other. Duval Bossman is going away from the fight a little bit towards the Midland Sea here. Again, a huge fight. All of the boats here are going to fight for it, throwing it dirty on each other. Wind Whisper dropping to 10th. He was so much in the top at the in the start of the race. So let's see. It's going to be a Seer taking the win. But who will take second? Will it be RSC Rocket? Will it be the American boat 18441? It will be the American boat. RSC Rocket will get third. But we have fight for fourth here at the moment. It's a span. It's Duval Bossman. It's Captain Caveman. We're following it from Captain Caveman. It's going to be a span. Caveman dropping to 6. Duval Bossman getting the next one. So another fight here from behind. Let's see if we can see it. See that they're coming in. It's a really close one, but no switch changes there. Empower, Epicure, Volando, Jose, Jonyfish. So again today we see 3 Spanish boats in the last positions in the 49er. That's impressive. That's impressive. Let's watch the result here. Azir with the first win today. Actually a good win, 10 seconds in the lead. At American boat 18414 in second. RSC Rocket from Germany third. Is Span 1731 in fourth. Captain Caveman in fifth. We have Duval Bossman from Holland in sixth. Alexander Menino, nice to see him back in the top in 7. Timo from Spain 8. Wind Whisper in 9. Maradoni 10. Dudingo, the French boat we just normally call him, in position 11. F16 12. Peditra 22 13. Then we have Empower in 14. Jester in 15. Epicure 16. And 3 Spanish boat in 17, 18 and 19. So next race is going to be the NACRA 17, and they're going to change it. They're going to change it so it's going to be a medium-size racetrack, and this is one of the things you can do here in your custom mode. You can actually say long wind, upwind, medium upwind, or short to gates, and which boat type you will and which city you're going to race in. But oh, here we have some Spanish boat having fun and some other boats, so the server is not created yet. So let's see when they are creating it. It's fantastic to see this VRE Sailing Club, and this is one of the reasons why you might do pro races or just buy coins, because when you're doing pro races, you can actually only with a win you get 100 extra coins, so you need to have 2 wins in the pro races to be able to do 1 custom race, and if you get second you need to have 4 second places to be able to do a custom race, because it costs 200 coins to do a custom race. So we can see Ginger Soul is with us today, so maybe I think boat number 20 in the first race we didn't see. That was Ginger Soul from Turkey coming in. And I think Ginger Soul might be Havuk, changing his name to Ginger Soul because he is a carrot. But let's see how it's going. This time we have a little time to present the boats, the skippers, before they're going to start. So let's see it. It's the NACRA 17, and ooh, I can see they're testing a new scoreboard today, so we will also try to go in and see that one. See, there it is. This is a new scoreboard. We will just move it over to another one, and then we'll do like this so we can see it in full format. This is the scoreboard, so we can see a Seer with 1 point, and then we're getting down so we can see it fast. Let's get back to the race. We will take it here. It hasn't started yet, and this is the fantastic part of being part of a community. The community created their own scoreboards. They created their own way to make it more easy. So if you want to actually buy your way in or get your way into a scoreboard like this, you need to contact the world champion himself, L1 or Lucas Moore. They are creating what we are seeing today. So Let's watch it. We'll just make a flip, see if we can... Oh, we can make a flip all the way to the scoreboard. So while we're waiting, Azir with a win, getting 1 point. And we can see second race is a Nacra, race 3, J17, race 4, 49er, Nacra, 49, J17, and the middle race will be a 49er. There is the start, and now we're getting ready for it. It's Azir from France. He's always there with his pink sail. He's not feminist, but this is his way of showing who he is. Belando from Spain with the B, Captain Caveman. And I really have to learn where that flag is from. Alexander Menino, he's from Italy. Duvel Bosmer, he's from Holland. RSC Rocket White Boat, he's from Germany. Epicure, he's light blue, he's from France. Joni Fish from Spain. Timo from Spain. The French boat from France. Jester, it was not Maradona, no, it is Jester 2 coming in here. Then we have Peditro 22. Jose from Spain. 1841 from United States. Then we have Ginger Soul from Turkey, Wind Whisper from the United States. This is Maradoni, he's from Great Britain. Then we have Empower from New Zealand, F16, he is from France. And the last boat, I don't know where he's from. No flags, nothing. So let's see how it's doing. Here's the start. See, they're coming with speed from behind. I'll try to play the boat this morning, so you need to come in with speed. And did we have some false starts? No false start, but a lot of penalties handled out. And see how they're clustering up. We will try to go in. Wind Whisper trying to get away from the others. But see, they're coming with speed from behind. Can he turn around? Giving a penalty out to the left side. F16 is losing momentum. Wind Whisper getting a penalty there. Empower are in the lead at the moment. Let's try to watch it from another angle. That's impressive. They're coming down here to the mark. It looked so good by Wind Whisper, but see that penalty dropping from first to 13 just because of one penalty. It's all about the start here. Jester with a penalty, Joni Fish with a penalty. Let's see what's happening. They're all going to the right hand side and in the Nacra. As we've been speaking about before, it's all about upwind sailing the shortest distance, because all of the boats will have around 14.4, 14.5 upwind speed. See Azir coming in there. Ginger Soul, but in the lead at the moment, it's not Empower. It's Maradoni and the French boat. Where they're placed in the middle at the moment. But we can't trust the server, so let's try to see it from top and read what's happening. It's a little bit harsh for you mobile players out there to watch it from top right now, but let's see what happened. Maradoni, Empower, they're attacking from at the left, right hand side. They're attacking towards the goal line. It's a little bit too late to attack, because see, now the wind is shifting, so they can't defend their position if they had to defend it. But they have the port side, so nothing to defend. Only to defend and not doing a mistake at the top mark, so they can race downwind for the gate mark again. It's Maradoni, he's choosing the left side, Empower, and the French skipper doing the opposite side. And now rest of the fleet coming up. Do we have any penalties? There might be one for Wind Whisper. He just managed to not... Oh, he got the penalty there. And also a penalty to the blue boat, Epicure. So downwind we can see we have a small fight here in the leading boat, 25 knots, but it's Maradoni in the lead, Empower. But see, the young Azir, he is back in the race again. And now he is in third, just giving a penalty to the French boat. So Azir back up here. Let's see who's sailing the shortest distance upwind this time. They're all going to the left-hand side. It's because of the windsocks up there. The left windsock going from right towards left. The middle sock going left towards right. Is because they are all... I think they're all calculating there will come a wind shift from right towards left in a few seconds. And there it's starting to come. So let's see what happens. Let's see from the French skipper side. So Azir crossing to the left-hand side. Same thing the French skipper doing. And now they're going towards the middle. They're waiting for the wind shift just to sail the shortest distance. And Right now, they're losing a little bit momentum. Maradoning doing the best. And see, a little bit before the left-hand side, or the right-hand side, the ley lines, he's tacking up and then crossing in. It's because he wants to be able to defend himself and fight for it. Where Empower coming here, he cannot fight for it. He can only avoid and go behind the other boats. And if he's lucky, there will be no boats in front of him. But just Maradoning coming first. He will go, no, he's going for the left side. Empower going to the right side. Now it's all about the shortest distance. So normally the left side here in front of it is the shortest distance. And see, Maradoni lost a little bit momentum there. Azir coming in, we have a small battle. We will see it here. Will we have some changes? It's still Maradoni in the lead. Azir now in second, Empower in third. 19, he's in fourth. And we will please go back to that mark here. See if we can hit it. There we could hit it. And there was a small penalty to Predito, 22. Losing momentum. That will cost 3 positions. Dropping 8, dropping 9. Ginger Soul in 10. Epicure, Timo, RSC Rocket, and a penalty to Jose. This, and also a penalty to Vol Bosmer. This means they will drop. Oh, luckily for them, Wind Whisper is getting a penalty. It's like he has been drinking tonight, but it's not that late in the United States. So he will drop into position 20. The last position to win. No, he just managed to get 19. Let's see. Yeah, he just managed to get 19. So getting a better point. That's okay from him. So a win for Maradoni, a second for Azir, Empower in third, Espan 1-7 in fourth, Jester in second. We have the French boat in sixth, 7 to 1-8 for 1-4. F16, he's getting 8. Peditro 22, he's 9. Epicure 10. Ginger Soul 11. Timo, he's getting 12. Alexander Menino 13. High Sea Rocket 40, Joni Fish 15, Captain Caveman 60, Jose 70, Duel Bossman 18, and Wind Whisper getting 19. So we will just go in and see if they have upgraded the scoreboard here. It's a fantastic scoreboard. We are a little bit faster than they are, so we will just wait for what's happening next. But see how it's going. These boats here, the French boat, just say Duding. Okay, La Manoir, I will say Duding instead of the French boat or the French skipper. And Caveman, yeah, he's from the Dominican Republic. So thank you for helping me out in the chat. Let's see if we can get the scoreboard here. It's not updated yet. It will come in a few seconds, but we're just following in because the next race is already up and running, so we're getting ready for it. This is the Online Sailing Club VRE. It's going fast. It's going really fast, and now we're going into the J17. It's a fantastic boat in this game. It's really tactic. It's really strategic. So we love to see what's happening in there. No updates in the scoreboard, so we will just wait for see the score after this race. And and Timo is a little bit angry today from Spain. He's saying that people are doing piracy in the game. They are attacking him. Maybe you just have to learn to avoid some of the penalties because it's esport. It's all about getting into it. So we have an update in the scoreboard. Let's see the results at the moment. In first position, we have Azir with 3 points. Second, we have Espan 1731 with 8 points. Then we have the American boat 1841. 4 in with 9 points. Maradoni 11. Empower 17. RC Rocket 17. Duding, as La Manoir want me to call him, 17. Jester 20. Alexander Menino 20. And 20 points to F16 and Timo. And then we can see the rest of them joining in. Fantastic to see who's in there, then with flags and everything. And we will get ready for the next race. It's not there yet, but let's see how it's going. And remember, it's back-to-back. It's point race they're doing today. So they will do 6 races, and then top 10 will go into a medal race. That will count double. This time, let's try to have a small view on to follow the start. It's the J17, so we really want to follow the start of Ginger Soul, see how he's doing today. Because we can see some of the boats are going outside of the starting line. Azir might do that. F16 is also doing that because they want to do a flying start. But what's interesting to watch is this Turkish skipper, Havuk from Turkey, or as he called himself today, Ginger Soul, the soul of a carrot. Let's see if he can go in and do something at the start. They're placing themselves at the committee boat at the moment. The wind is coming straight at them. It's coming a little bit from left towards right, but it looks like we're going to have a wind shift up there. So let's see, is this a good decision? We can also see the opposite side. We're still having an eye on Havuk. He's giving a penalty to Alexander Menino, so he's all by himself in the left-hand side. And see, straight away he's tagging to the right side. But in the opposite side, it's Jonyfish with the best start. But see Havuk going to the right-hand side. According to surveys, position 16, but let's see if that holds up. In the moment, they're meaning the server means that Jonyfish are in the lead and the rest of the boat going to the left-hand side. Havuk, he's still here and now he's position 10, so let's try to watch it from his side. This is, according to my view, an okay start from him. Right now he's attacking Azir following him up there. And those two are going to be very close to each other the rest of this race, upwind and downwind. And I think this is number 1 and number 2 when we're coming to the gate mark up there. And also, they have the port tech side. See, Azir just attacking him a little bit. A penalty to Jonyfish to sail in front of 1841 from United States. So, but again, let's just follow this battle we have here. It's Ginger Soul, it's Azir. See, Azir, he's getting a little bit closer to him all the time, taking a little bit more because he has the priority. See, they're pushing each other. Oh, it looks like they're pushing water in each other all the time. So let's see what we're having. Behind them, there are some fighting also and some penalties. They're clustering up here. But Ginger Soul winning this one, going around the mark. But again, he's only 8 meters ahead of Azir. This is the J17. It's 30 meters off wind shadow, 28. Then you will fight for it. And see, they're fighting each other down there. This is a fight all the way down. So we just watch it from behind. So let's see it from Epicure's side. Then we can see some of the other boats also. Azir is just caught Ginger Soul. And Ginger Soul defending himself. This means that the American boat just managed to go in front of them. So now we have 3 boats fighting for position. They're coming around the mark. Will we have a penalty? Way to go by Azir, turning on the inside and going to the left side. But that means he's losing meters. A penalty to Epicure for hitting the mark. A penalty to Maradoni for being hitting by Harsi. Rocket, Wind Whisper with a penalty in the battle against Duval Bosma. A penalty, a double penalty. Caveman and Pedito getting a penalty by Timo. But Timo didn't manage to get in front of them. Let's go up to the leading fight again. Azir, Havuk, 1841. He's in the lead according to server now. The 2 other guys are fighting each other too much. This means that the American boat actually can sneak in and take the lead. But they're going to race downwind. It's going to be around 30 meters wind shadow. And see again Azir pushing to Havuk. Wants to penalize him. It's so close. And there it goes in. Ginger Soul, Havuk getting a penalty. Azir, he did the tricks. He did the fairy tale of the wolf is coming. And then suddenly the wolf was there. And Ginger Soul dropping to 3rd. But it's not over yet, this battle. Because see, Ginger Soul only 12 meters behind of Azir. The American boat 20 meters in front of Azir. So either Azir is going to attack the American boat or defend his position against Havuk. Havuk coming in here, see, he's going to defend himself. Havuk, he's furious. He wants to have that scalp. He wants to fight him. So if not High Rocket coming into the battle. Havuk can go in and take the position from Azir, but High Rocket joining in. Oh, it's bad luck for Havuk, so he has to drop down to third. He's going a little bit outside of the ley line, pushing in, defending his third position, not losing it to High Rocket. Then the opposite side, we have some fights. These are from the lower classes, but let's still see they're coming in. It's a small fight over here. It's very important points. Wind Whisper pushing away Jose and Pedito 22. Wind Whisper getting a penalty. Oh, Wind Whisper dropping down to position 7, just on the finish line. So, what a battle. What a battle. So, 1-8-4-1-4 with a win. Azir in second, Ginger Soul in third. Heresy Rocket fourth, Espan 1731 in fifth, Joni Fish in sixth, Maradoni 7, Epicure 8, Dooding, as La Manoir wants me to say, or shall I just say Ding Ding, in 9, Timo in 10, Captain Caveman in 11, Jester 12, F16 13, Jose 14, Dual Bosma, he's 15, and then we have Peditro in 16, Wind Whisper 17, Empower 18, Volanto 19, and Alexander Menino disconnected. And then we're saying, I can see in the private chat that Havuk is riding Azir. That was an ugly penalty, and Azir just said it's riding back. Yeah, that was a pretty ugly indeed. But hey, playing by the VR rules. Yes, it's an esport. We are playing by the esport rules, not the sailing rules. So it's not always fair, but nice way to go by Azir doing a penalty. That might be one of the races we're going to see on the Battle of the Week next week, because that was a pretty neat one. We're just waiting for an update of the scoring board, so let's see how it's going. But tonight it looks like Azir, he is really on fire, but he's not attacked by the young magician SNP Luca from Italy today. He's not on the servers, but let's see how it's going. We will just get a small notification when the scoreboard is ready there, so let's see how it will go. Right now they are putting in the result in the new scoreboard, and the scoreboard is programmed by the community themselves. It's programmed by L1, the world champ, and a little bit help from Lucas Moore to doing up all the graphics, so that's fantastic. We can see the next race is going to be the 49er, and when we go into the scoreboard, we can also see the next race in the 49er. There is the scoreboard up. So we can see it's Azir. He is in the lead, 5 point a win, second as second. We have American Boat 1841. He's doing second at the moment with 10 points. He didn't have a good race in the NACRA, but a win in this race. But they will have a discard, as I remember in the rules. Then we have Espan 1731. He's getting 13 points. Maradoni in fourth now. Harsi Rocket in fifth. Ding Ding in sixth. Timo in 7. Captain Caveman, great job in 8. Jester in 9. F16 in 10. Epicure 11. Havuk. Oh, if he didn't get that penalty and he got his second, it does look a little bit better. Empower, Pedito 22, Duval Bossmat, Joni Fish, Alexander Menino, Wind Whisper, Jose, and Volanto. We will get back in the race. We are ready for the 49er. It's going to be a fast race this time. And see Azir sneaking outside of the starting line. So maybe we'll see one of his fantastic flying starts he's sometimes are doing in this race. So, if you have any questions, any comments or anything, please write us in the chat. If you're watching Esailing TV at the moment and you think there's a little bit delay on, then go to our Twitch site, twitch.tv/EsailingTV. There's only 2 seconds delay there. If you're on YouTube, there's around 6 seconds delay. Facebook and Twitter, there's around 10 seconds delay, sometimes more delay. But let's get ready to race number 4. It's the 49er. It is the VRE Sailing Club. It's the Monday show where we're following them. We started up seeing the battle of the week from the last week, week 48. Then we are now back doing some random races. That was the offshore races, and now we are showing VRE Sailing Club races for tonight. And let's just see it here. We're waiting for the admin to start it. Let's count the boats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we're missing one boat. They're waiting for Alexander Menino. Maybe he has some internet connection problems back home in Italy. No, they are just starting a race. Sorry, Alexander Menino, you are out of this race. So, 49er, 19 skippers. We are getting ready for it. And it's a hard thing. They are just starting things in time. They are counting down every time in this club. So if you haven't joined the server and you lost connection, you're actually out of the race. But with the new VR rules, a race like this costs 200 red coins. So let's enjoy it when we can watch 19 of the top skippers in the world meeting up and having some fun. And right now we are looking, this is the Captain Caveman's boat from the Dominican Republic. He's getting in there, and see the 49ers, somehow they will try to come with a little bit speed from behind, but still they can do a slow start. The windsocks are from right towards left, so they all will go to the left side. So the white boat here in the left hand side, who's that? It's Ginger. So what a perfect position for him. If he's not doing a full start, he's all the way by himself. So Ginger Soul all by the way from himself. So opposite side we can see Ding Ding is going there, Captain Caveman. But over here, Ginger Soul. Let's go down and see how that will go for him. According to server, he's behind, but it's a very, very good position for him. But he has to tack up, and then he will go through Epicure, but Epicure is tagging up. So right now he's only going to face the American boat 1841. 4 is going behind him. That might be good news, because if there's a wind shift, he is in a very, very good position. Peditro 22 just getting in front of him. Ginger Soul coming up in 4th, and now he has to do something. Epicure, Azir coming in, pressuring him. They're pressing the American skipper. Oh, this is a very, very close fight. And there's a penalty to the American boat. This means that Havuk managed to turn to straighten up before the American boat. So the American boat got it. And see, Epicure is outside of the ley line. He has 1.4 knots faster. 2 knots. See, the angle 2 knots faster than the others. But in the lead, it's Jester coming in. It's Maradona. They went to the opposite side. And then we have a penalty to Ding Ding. And Ginger Soul got the penalties there. But it's 2 British boats in the lead. Way to go, way to go. But rest of the fleet are clustering up. Azir with a penalty. We normally don't see him getting a penalty. A penalty to F16. This is good news for Jester. He's almost 40 meters ahead, because all of the other boats are fighting each other, or penalizing each other. If he's doing it right, he can go for the win already. So he really has to think how he's doing upwind. But way to go by Jester. Jester coming in here is in 1st, Maradoni in 2nd. A penalty to RC Rocket for hitting the mark. And a penalty to Jose given by Havuk. But a lot of penalties there. Some of them are unforced penalties because they're pressing themselves too much. But it's Jester in the lead. Maradoni in 2nd. Peditro 22 in 3rd. Epicure in 4th. Timo in 5th. Azir dropping to 6th. This is not his race this time. But don't write him out of the race, because these 3 boats so close to each other that they can still go in and take it. Oh, Azir doing a maneuvering that costing him meters. So he's actually going to fight for his position 6. Epicure 5th, Timo 4th, Peditro 3rd. And the 2 British boat in the lead. Way to go by Maradoni to capturing in on Jester. So we are going to watch what's happening up there. Let's see it from Timo's side so we can see if more is going to happen. Can Maradona attack Jester, or are they both satisfied to having two boats in the lead? Let's see, Jester from Australia, Maradona coming in here. As I remember, Jester, he is British, but they're taking it straight. So it's going to be Jester with a win, Maradona with a second. It looks like they are respecting each other from the same nationality. Peditro 22 getting in third. Then we have the rest of the fleet coming in. No fights behind them. Let's move a little bit longer behind them and see if we have some fighting. There we have some fighting. The American boat needs to fight for some points. It's dropping to 14 in this race. Jose fighting Ding Dong in the opposite side, or Ding Ding. And then we're getting in F16, Empower, Joni Fish, Volando, and this time is Span 1731 in the last position. Whoosh! Way to go by Jester. Way to go by Maradona and Pedrito 22. Actually, we are seeing some new skippers taking the lead in this boat. And when we're watching in here, we can see number of penalties to his Span 1731. 5. This is maybe why he's ending up last. So nice of him to finish the race. See, the American boat 18414. After the first mark upwind, losing momentum, dropping all the way to position 11. Fighting his way at the second top mark. There was a huge amount of penalties there. Fighting his way to 7, and then no, it's High Sea Rocket we're following there. Where did he end up? Yeah, there. It's dropping down to position 14. So it's really, really, really going to be bad. But impressive to see a Maradona. Not the best start, but he survived the first crash at the first top mark and getting in second. So good to go, good go. Good races today in the Online Sailing Club VRE. We're getting ready for the next race. It's going to be race number 5, but before going in there, let's see the scoreboard. It's not ready yet, so let's just get ready in for it here. What we're seeing today is the VRE Sailing Club. They're doing their club races by doing custom races. And thank you to Virtua Regatta for doing this upgrade where we can choose boat. We can choose how long upwind we want to race. We can choose which city and how many players getting in there, and also closing the servers. But it will cost you 200 coins to do it, and one of the ways to win it is to do the pro race. But when you're doing the pro race, you can see number 1 is winning 200 coins. But it costs 100 coins to join in, so you only win 100 coins. Second, winning 50 coins in the end, and third, getting his money back. We're just getting notification that the next race is going to start, but the scoreboard is ready. So let's join in and watch it. There it is. It's still Azira in the lead with 11 points. Maradona with 20 points. 18414 in third this time because of bad result in race 4. Is Span 1731, also a bad result here in the last race. We can see points in the left hand side. You have to look at the points and not the total, because there's a discharge. Havuk 22 points, Timo 22 points, Epicure 23 points, Peditro 25, and then we're coming down there. So this means that when you're reading this, Span actually have 32 points in total, but only have 13 because of a discard. We're getting ready for the next race. This is, if we're watching it, it's race number 5, and then we're in the NACRA. Then we're going to have race number 6 in the J17 and a medal race in the 49er. No. So the admin is just writing that the last medal race is going to be in the J17 because they can't set up the long track in the 49er. So that's it. We love to have admins in the team to inform us what to do and also to take some decisions in this fantastic game. To all of you just joining in, I can see more than 52 of you are watching us live at the moment. This is the VRE Online Sailing Club. It's the club championship they're doing tonight. This is the Monday show in Esailing TV, where we are starting showing the battle of the week. You can also go on our YouTube channel and see that, or Facebook. for week 48. Then we've been doing some random streams with the offshore racer. Saw some really good games, 3 good games there. And now we are in the VRE Sailing Club and we are getting ready for race number 5, and it's going to be the Nacra. The Nacra 17, a fast boat. It looks like Star Wars fighters when we're going for the first middle mark. The start is very important, and the race for the bottom gate mark decides who is actually in top 5 and will be able to win the race. So it's all about watching what they're doing when they're racing towards the reach. We can see the reach are and the starting line are in the left hand side, and it's called racing to the reach, to the middle mark, where they will go downwind. And this also means that most of them will have the spinnaker up. When they're racing, some of them won't have, but most of them will have, because they know how to race the boat. See, they're getting ready. They don't have the spinnaker up. Interesting. Ah, there it is. Now they're getting it up. 40 seconds for start. And see, now they're getting ready. See, they're coming with speed from behind. It's all about timing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Captain Capeman breaking down his boat, doing a false start. See how costly it is. Wind Whisper with a little bit slow start and a false start to Ginger Soul. But in the lead at the moment, see, they're going to clustering up. It's Ding Dong coming first. Azure getting a penalty out, and see how they're getting penalties here. It's so amazing to see how fast it's going. But it's not over yet. It's first when we're coming down to this bottom gate mark. We will see who will be in the lead. Halsey Rocket losing connection, showing a picture. What happened there? The American boat didn't come through the mark. It's so costly, and now getting a penalty. He's almost out of the race, killing himself. He was in the lead of the race, so now he is in position 18. But luckily for him, Halsey Rocket lost connection, so he will not end up last. But let's see what's happening now. Right now, most of them are going to the right-hand side. It's because the windsocks are going from left towards right, and then they will go to this side. But if I remember the normal tactics, they will go up towards the top mark a little bit before coming to the ley lines, so they actually have a chance to defend themselves when they're coming up there. See, there's no fight yet in the middle, but let's see what happens now. We are going to see some crosses there. We're also going to see some crossing out here. But let's see it, Maradoni going to the middle. We have a small fight here for position at the committee boat. Ding Dong still in the lead. Peditro just managed to come in between Ding Dong and Epicure. Then we have Duvet Bosma. We have Jester. We have Azir. This is not Azir's race again. But let's see what happens when they're going downwind. That's also, they're clustering up. So right now from top 8 to number 1 can actually take the win of this race. Ding Dong in the lead, Peditro 22, a penalty to Epicure. So this means he will drop 5-6 positions. So let's see what happens there. Duval Bosman now in 4th. We have a small fight in the lead. See how they're closing up to each other, going away from each other. They're trying to force each other to a penalty, but still not losing momentum. And Peditro winning that one. Ding Dong, or Dong Ding, will have that penalty, and see how much he's losing. This means Peditro can run away from the fleet, and Duval Bosman now in 2nd. Azir coming in, smelling a middle. Jester getting a penalty. It's a very costly one. Luckily for him, he got it upwind, so it will only cost him three positions, maybe 2 if he's lucky. But downwind, it's a very costly to get a penalty. Maradoni in 10th, we have Epicure. Then we have the 3 leading boats in the middle. Ginger Soul now in 7. We have some exciting in the opposite side. Is Span trying to get away from the fleet, going to the left-hand side. That's because of the radar. And then it's trying to go up. Most of the boats going towards the middle. Let's see the opposite side, what happens over here. Azir now in 2nd. And he has the right of way, so if anyone sails into him, they'll get a penalty. And this Luckily for Peditro, he's 20 meters ahead because he was only 10 meters ahead. He could get a penalty by Azir when they're arriving to the top mark. Ginger Soul, according to server, in 8, but very, very close to Azir. This means that the other boats in the opposite side will clustering up with them, and they have placed themselves very good position, so they cannot get a penalty, but they can handle penalties out. Peditro going to the right hand side. I know Azir will go to the left side because that's the shortest distance. Dual Bosma following him, Epicure following him, Ginger Soul going to the opposite. This means that Azir getting in second, Peditro 22 will have the first. But let's see, will we have a fight for position behind here? Maradoni coming in, Ginger Soul. We will have a small fight. It's Dual Bosma fighting Epicure. If they're doing a mistake here, they will lose their position. No mistakes. Epicure, Maradoni, see. Epicure losing momentum. Caught in wind shadow. This might be a close one. No, he just managed to keep his position. Ding Dong dropping down. And then we have the other boats coming in. Yeah, there we saw it. A penalty to Empower C, losing 5 position because of that penalty. And Wind Whisper coming in last in this race again. Not the best evening for him. Maybe he's a little bit hungry. We don't know what's happening. Yes, and I know L1 just writing me a private message that remember there's a discard, and we have seen it. It's coming in the program. A good win for Peditro, 22 from Italy. We saw him in Bacolana, where he was sitting with us in studio together with SNP Gianluca in the Bacolana final, but losing that one here. He said some really fantastic Italian words and didn't look happy all the time. Azir with a second, Havuk third, Duval Bosma fourth, Epicure fifth, Ding Dong 6, Maradoni 7, Captain Caveman 8, Jester 9, Volando 10, F16 11, Espan 1731, 12, the American Bird 18414, 13, Empower 14, Joni Fish 15, Jose, he's 16, Wind Whisper 17, 2 disconnections from Timo and Harcy Rocket, and we didn't see Alexander Menino in this race. He has a really bad internet back home in Italy. So let's see how the standings is before they're going into the last race. It's always interesting to see the math. So it's race number 6 they're going into Susac, and it's going to be the J17, and it's going to decide what's going to happen, everything. And Timo just informed everybody that he's not going to join the next race. It's not his evening. He's a little bit angry about it. But let's see how it's going in. Here is the scoreboard. No, it's not upgraded yet. We're just waiting for it to get in. But while we're waiting, let's see the next race to be generated. Here it is. They're getting ready to get into it. And it's exciting to see. I'm pretty sure we'll see Azir in the final medal race. But it's exciting to see who the other positions will be, because a lot of players are stepping up and a lot of players are losing a little bit momentum. There it is. Azir in the lead with 7 points. That's impressive. Win, second. We have Maradoni in second position with 17 points. A win of 7th and a second and a 7. Then we see 8, 1, 8, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. 23 points. The last race was a really costly one, giving 13 points. Havuk, because he's stepping up, are getting up to 4th. Then we have Espan also losing momentum on the last race. Peditro joining up in the lead, top 6 now with 26 points. Jester 27 point. HC Rocket, Epicure with 28. Ding Dong with 31. So it's a very close one from position. Actually, from position 4 to position 12, they all can switch positions before going into last race. Actually, from 3rd to position 12, and Duval Bosma, if he's lucky, he can get into top 10. Let's get ready for the next race. It's going to be a J17. It's race number 6. It's the last race before they're going into the gold, to the medal race, and then we're going into you. And right now we can see the private chat. You can't see that in the chat we have here in the program. They are making fun with each other's, and Azure is pointing a little bit fingers at the American boat 18414 because he's dropping down with a 13th position in the last race, and that's a really, really costly one. So admin, get ready for the next race. All of them are ready on the server. And while you're watching this, if you have any questions or you want to know something, please write us in the chat. If you want us to stream and commentate one of your club races, because we have been seen there's a Dutch club, we've seen there's an Italian club, there's also a Spanish club, we know there's a Turkish club, a Danish club is coming up, a German club also, and a Croatian club, then write us either on Facebook or on our email contact@esailing.tv. Then you can contact us and write us when you're doing your private races, your club races, and we will lovely get in and commentate it and stream it, but also help you organize it if you need some help. So, only 17 skippers for the start now. Alexander Menino dropped out, Timo dropped out, so 17 racers back in this race. And who didn't we get in the last one? I can't see that, but that's how it is. Here we have the American boat. He has 23 points. If he's dropping down and actually ending from position 12 and down, there's a chance he will lose his position and drop out of top 10, because there are 12 boats, actually 9 boats that have a chance to get into top 10. So he has to fight for his position, and the other boats know that. See Azure doing his same trick up there, and the Unicorn boat, that's F16, yes, F16 with the Unicorn boat, doing their race from top down. And see how they're clustering up. They're all getting ready for what we call a slow start. This means Azure is trying to do his trick as always, coming with speed 8, and the Spinnaker is up. He's finding a hold, coming down, take it down, and going up. Well, no, he didn't time it well. It's a full, no, he timed it perfectly. So close of doing a full start, but now he's in the lead, 3 meters in front of the others. Way to go by the young French guy. He also did it at the World Championship, so that's fantastic to see how he did. Duvel Bosma, he's in second now. Let's see, he went to, no, Epicure went to the opposite side. So there we have Duvel Bosma. Let's see what's happening there. He's a little bit under pressure. No, Maradona is not going to pressure him, but see, there's a wind shift, so he has to change his boat a little bit if he's unlucky for getting up to that gate mark. And also, if we are watching from position 1 to position 10, there's only 10 meters in between all those boats. So when they're coming to the top mark, all of those boats coming from the port side, they will have a really, really good advantage. This is 18414, see there. Peditro has to tack. F16 has to go behind. No. F16 got that penalty, but 18414 actually lost his momentum because he got in here. He attacked Captain Caveman instead of focus on Azure and the rest of the gang. So Azure coming first. A penalty to Peditro there, did by Captain Caveman. So let's see what's going to happen downwind. Captain Caveman fighting 18414. We also have a penalty to Epicure. Rounding the mark, and Wind Whisper, he's in position 17 at the moment. Maybe next time he should join in and do some commentary together with me, because today we didn't throw the commentator's curse on him. But it's a lead for Azure with a good start and also a good downwind race, but he's away from the battles. All the other boats are battling each other. Caveman in second, the American boat in third, Ginger Soul in fifth, Peditro, Duvel Bosmer, Jose and Maradona. Penalty to Espan, a penalty to F16, a penalty to Jester. This means that Jester, if this position holds, he's out of the top 10 and not part of that one because of that penalty there. Caveman under pressure by 18441, because if he's tacking now, he will get a penalty for sail into 18414. That's the new rule. If you're sailing into a boat that's not changing direction, then you're getting the penalty. Azir in the lead, 11 meters in the lead, so he will win comfortable. I think he will be 23, 24 meters ahead going downwind, and this means that the other ones, they need 28 meters to capture in the wind shadow, but they're going to fight each other, so he will race for that victory. Ginger Soul is going to fight against number 3 and number 2, but let's see, is there anyone joining in the fight? No, it's Ginger Soul, Captain Caveman, 184114. This means Captain Caveman under pressure by Ginger Soul. But let's try to go back here and watch it a little bit more. We can still see the fights up there. 3 penalties. Maradoni, Jose, Epicure. That's a really harsh one for Maradoni. See Ginger Soul attacking Captain Caveman there. We also have a fight between the Dutch skipper, Duel Bosma, and F16. But Ginger Soul, he's caught in wind shadow by all the other boats. And see, we have really fightings for all positions now. That's good news for Azir, good news for 1841, and also maybe good news for Caveman. Caveman, Ginger Soul, Caveman, Ginger Soul takes it, Caveman 4th, F16 getting 5th. Then we have Duel Bosmat getting 6th, and we're watching the fights from behind. We have a fight over here. See there, we have a fight. It's High Sea Rocket, Espan, Ding Dong losing that one. We have a fight in the middle. It's Epicure, Jose taking that one. Epicure coming in last. And where's Wind Whisper? He came in 13. He came in there behind. So good races by everybody. Azir with a win. 1841 with a second. Ginger Soul 3rd. Captain Caveman 4th. Good races by all 4 of them. So they are in top 10. F16 5th. Duel Bosma 6, Peditro 22-7, Empower 8, Maradoni 9, Wind Whisper 10, High Sea Rocket 11, Ispan 1731, 12, Jose 13, Epicure 14, Ding Dong 15, and we have Jester 16 and Volanto 17. And I know La Manoir, he's writing me that he's laughing of me calling him Ding Dong now, but you said just call him Ding Dong, then we're calling him Ding Dong instead of the French skipper. Whoosh! Now we're going to see who's ending up in the top 10, who's going into the medal race and who's out of today's stream. Again, in the J17, it's all about the fighting when you're getting downwind. It's all about catching wind shadow. But these skippers we're seeing here, they're so damn good of defending themselves and also fighting. So we see how they're always calculating each other, trying to attack each other. We will just see if the scoreboard is ready. It's not ready yet. It's almost there. So while we're getting ready for that, we can't see who's going to race the next one. But fantastic to see so many of you going in and still doing some custom races. Chucky Norris is here. We have Marty from Spain, Azir. This is the server we're going to watch in a few sec. We have a small fight between a Polish boat and a Spanish boat, and then we have a good mix coming in there. But let's see, they might be ready. There it is. So number 1, Azir with 8 points. Actually, I have to say, whatever happens in the middle race, he's winning today's regatta. 1814 managed to keep his and go up in second with 25 points. Maradoni getting 9 and getting third with 26 points. Havuk 28 points. Peditro 22, 33 points. Ispan 1731. Really bad 3 last races, but he managed to keep himself in position 6. Caveman sneaking in 7 with the same amount of points, 37. High Sea Rocket 39. Jester managed to keep himself in. If he just lost 1 position, he has been out of top 10. Epicure is in there with 42 points also. So Ding Dong just not managed to get in. Duel Bosma 1 better position, and he has been in the race. F16 49 points. Empower Timo with 55 points. Wind Whisper 64. Then we have 72 to Jose, 73 to Joni Fish, Mulanto 81, and Alexander Menino, he has been losing connection all night long. So we are going to see a medal race with top 10, and maybe if we are lucky, we might have Wind Whisper joining in studio on the talk, helping me commentating the medal race. Let's see if he's joining in and calling me. So we just plug in some earplugs and see if we can get him to join us. So Duvel Bosme, you had 2 points and then you have been in the race. So better luck next time. Let's see if we can get my good friend Wind Whisper from Sarasota, Florida with us in the final. If he has his mic up there. Or maybe he's so mad about the result today that he will not join in and commentate with us. But we're getting ready for the medal race. It's going to be a double point race. So all they're doing here is so a position 10 giving 20 points, a win giving 2 points, a second giving 4 points, third 6, fourth 8, fifth 10, and so on will it be. And we're hoping to see if we can capture up with with Wind Whisper. He's coming in there. So hello Norman, are you with us today? Yeah, it's okay. You're not with camera today, just your voice. So that's fantastic. So let's just have it in there. Yeah, I will just split the screen so you can see what's happening in the race. So 2 sec, you will get it. There you go. So welcome to Wind Whisper in studio. And Wind Whisper, it was not your race today.
I had a 9th, I had a 10th and an 11th, and then 2 19th and 2 17th. Hey, I tried my best, and I just learned today that really around the marks, guys, with 20 boats on the water, you have to stay away from penalties because that's how I lost every race.
Every race. And Wind Whisper, we're going into this fantastic medal race tonight. And I have to say, it's impressive to see Captain Caveman there and Jester. That's
Yes.
that's 2 new in the medal race. And also the American boat 18414 doing a good race today.
Well, 18414 is always a top racer, at least from my opinion. So, but to see Captain Caveman in there, that's a really sweet spot for sure.
And Norman has to say for the chat, hello to Norman from La Manoir.
La Mea, my friend. I hope he's doing better because he hit the wrong button to not enter the race, and there were so many people trying to join this race, and you have to be online at a certain time, and he came online seconds too early and then seconds too late. So it's kind of like a false start. And here we are, 16 people, 16 boats. I mean, 16 seconds.
Yeah.
12, 10, off we go.
And there we get ready and see Azir. It's the J17. Can he do his trick? He's coming from the outside. We have a false start. 2, 1. He just managed to do it again. Azir.
Oh my goodness. How does he do that?
So it's
I love his start, and nobody attacks him, and he's already in the lead by 6 meters.
Yeah.
He's been racing incredible all day today, 4 firsts and 2 seconds, I believe. Wow, what a racer he is,
I have
and
to
he's
say,
unbeatable right now.
3 seconds and 2 firsts. That's impressive. And when we are saying that, he's just preparing for the French Championship that's coming up. So let's hope he's playing on his tablet, because we just hear that they have been changing the rules in the French Championship, that they're not allowed to play on a PC again.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess same as the World Championship. Interesting.
Interesting, yeah. But Azir in third, Jester in the lead according to server, whereas he is the opposite side. So why is he in the best position according to server?
Why is he in the best condition? That's a good question.
Yeah.
You want me to have the answer to that?
No. We cannot trust the server upwind, but Jinder Soul are in the lead. But will he be in the lead when we're coming in there?
Jester, let's see. Asir will be in the lead for sure. The way he looks, there's nothing that can hold him back. Jester, did you say Jester?
Yeah, but just
Oh, there he
it's
is, yes.
Havuk, and a penalty to the American boat 1814 for sailing into Ginger Soul alias Havuk.
So Jester stays on starboard now. He tacks over. He's going to be. He's in a good position right there. He's going to be in 5th or 6th, 7th.
Yeah, just losing it. He's in 9th now, so it's Maradoni sneaking in 2nd. He's going to fight Havuk and Peditro 22. See, a lot of wind shadow thrown on all the boats here.
Right. Jester's unbeatable. I think. Asir is unbeatable. Jester did a fine job where he's at, and Peditro, of course, in 4th. Really sweet turning right here. And if you keep space, that's what you have to learn. Allow space if you don't pay. Oh, what was that? Who was that? Epicure totally missed his turn mark. Oh, my goodness.
It's the 2nd time today. He did it in an earlier race also, dropping from position 2 to last position because of that.
Right. Off we go right here.
Yeah.
We don't have to focus on Asir. He's just unbeatable right now. But the other people for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are still racing it out. So I guess boat number 2, that's
Maradoni. Yeah.
Right on. And then we have Ginger Soul, which we know who that is.
Havuk.
And Havuk is also doing pretty good right here. There's a little battle over there between Peditro. And let's see.
Hasi Rocket winning meters coming good up, but not getting some dirty air by Havuk.
Havuk is cutting off right there, and he's running away from the wind shadow. But he's really far above the ley line, so he's messing it up. It seems like he forgot to buy his best VMG, the way he's sailing.
So,
and here we go.
Havuk is going to be under attack by Peditro. Hasi Rocket is going to be attacked by Jester. So, Maradoni can go for a run together with Asir, but who will take 3rd and who will take 4th?
Who will take it? That is just, we see who's 3rd, who's 4th. We see it right there. So it's Maradoni, it's Havuk, and then Peditro. 5th is going to be, and this is the question right here.
Hasi Rocket will take it. It's too late from Jester, but we will have a fight for 6 and 7. No, they're going away from it. So 6 and 7 is almost clear. Captain Caveman, can he go in and take it? He will get 7. 6 will be the American boat and Span ending up and Epicure ending up last. So not an exciting ending, but what a fantastic start.
Right. I've tried these starts, and you have to be so cool to be able to keep your cool, to be able to do that start, to be able to go downwind with 13, 14 knots, just wait for your sail to drop, and then once it's dropped, you just hit a hard turn, and you, boom, go right in the best VMG, and you hit the line, the start line, just perfectly, just as he did, and boom, he's in the lead. 6 meters in the lead, and nobody can touch him.
So Asir with a win. Maradoni 2nd, Havuk 3rd, Peditro 22 4th, Hasi Rocket 5th, Jester 6, and then 184147. That is meaning that he is going to lose his position big time in the top 10. Caveman 8, Span 17319, and Epicure, not the best turn around that button mark. Actually didn't hit it, so that's normally, we don't see that. But see here, Ginger Soul.
He hit tack rather than a tap, and that it cost him to drop his jib, but he meant to drop his jib, but he tacked instead, and that's why he missed it.
Yeah, but here is interesting. Havuk getting the best start, but Asir, because of the trick, had 3 meters advantage because he came with more speed from behind. And then we have Maradoni having the best average speed. Best maximum speed was for Caveman, but Asir sailed the shortest distance, best wind speed. And then we have 1 penalty to Caveman, but because of the mistake Epicure did, he lost all momentum. So here
we see how it all developed. I mean, he started in 5th, 6th, 7th.
Yeah, but he had the speed. He had the speed.
Right.
So he was just coming in front of the others.
And I'm surprised nobody penalized him or saw that one coming. So, oh well, it is what it is, and we're all learning. But I can only learn for today that
Yeah.
stay away from penalties at the downwind mark as well as on the leeward mark, because if you don't, you keep losing spots. And if I would show you my screens of all my points that I have, how I was at one point, I was in first actually in one of the races, and I dropped all the way to the bottom.
Yeah,
And,
let's try to watch your score while you're here. No, here is the final score. We have Asir with a win, 10 points. 10 points with a middle race and everything. So that's amazing. A win, a second, a second, a six, a second, a win, and a win. Whoa. Good races by Asir today. Maradoni in second with 13 points in total. A 10th, a first, a 7, a second, a 7, a 9, and a second. Havuk just managed to get in third. That's impressive because 18414 dropping down in position 7 in the last race. So he was losing to Havuk. Havuk getting third with 34 points.
And considering that Havuk actually missed the first race, had the DNS and still ended up in third. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and second race he got 11. So 11, third, 8th, third, and third. So really consistent play by him. And then we have the American boat 18414. Starting with a second, then a 7th, and a win, and a 14th position, 13th position, and second utility. And then we came to the 49er again, and it's two of the races with the 49er, he didn't do a good result. And the first race with the 49er, he had a very good result. Then Peditro ending up 5th. We have High Sea Rocket ending up 6th. Caveman 7, congratulations to him. Jester getting an 8. Span 1731, 9th. And Epicure, it's a long time we have been seeing the strange from Epicure because we know what he's capable of. He was part of the first World Championship 2018 Sarasota, Florida. And it's like we haven't seen him in full power this season. But maybe he'll come back. And then just for fun, when I have you win whisper, let's drop down to your races. You said it was okay today. A 9th, a 19th, a 17th, an 11th, a 17th, and a 10th. So it's okay.
Well, if you look at it, I mean, half of the races I was in the midfield, which is kind of nice. And to be in there, again, in the second race, I was in the lead after the first mark. And it doesn't tell in that screen, but I was in the lead after the second mark. And I ended up in 19th because I got penalized at the leeward mark and later on as well as on the down at the down. Everywhere I went.
Norman, Danish humor. I'm just teasing a little bit. No reason to swim and hurt your arms and trying to not drown here. Norman, what do you think about this new point system, L1?
It is interesting. I'm just looking at it and learning from it, and it seems to work quite quick, which is nice. I have no idea as to how they're working in the background, if they're typing it in quickly or if it's associated with the game itself. I'm not 100% sure.
It's typed in manually, but see here in the button, we can see the players registered. 20 players is registered. They're remembered in this program called Sailing Ranks, and then we can actually tap you here, and then in the time we can see some personal stats about you. You can write it in your social medias and e-sailing highlights if you get somebody, and I can see also results and rankings will get in there. That's impressive that he's getting that into it. So fantastic.
It looks like a nice program. I don't know who wrote it, but
L1, the world champ, wrote it and has been got some help from Lucas Moore doing some designing. So that's fantastic what they've been doing.
That is fantastic. That is a nice little program to work with.
So
these guys are just fantastic, not just on the water, but also off the water. So impressive there.
We love it. This is the power of community.
Right.
We really love it. Yes, and Asir, you got the thumbs up to the program, and congratulations to Asir with the win today. And Norman, sorry I can't have you in the picture today, but what a pleasure to have you come in and co-host the final race, the medal race. It's so fantastic that we can just pop you in when we want to.
I appreciate the opportunity once again, and I'm pooped out today, man. I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
So that's why I wasn't willing to go on with you because it's just. Be honest with you, it is not an easy task. And Thomas, I congratulate you for being able to be so strong and always so upbeat. But it's a lot of work being on the screen and commentating to all you followers. And thanks for doing that and keeping up the stick.
Let's hope we can continue doing it, and let's hope there's a lot of more races to see. And just before going offline, if you have an online sailing club like the VRE or like the Turkish club or like the Italian club or the Spanish club or the Croatian community or the Dutch community we're seeing up, write us on Esailing TV either on the social medias or on contact@esailingtv.tv. Then we will also see if we can find some time and stream your races and maybe help you to learn to organize these fantastic club races, because it's just giving a new dimension to the game. Norman, have a good evening and a good dinner over there in the United States. It's almost night time here in Europe, so I will go to bed. Thank you all for watching, and please follow us on the social media, share and like what we are doing.
Thank you, Thomas.
Hi, you're watching Esailing TV. Hope you like what we're doing. If you want to see more, please follow us on the social medias. Go on Facebook, write Esailing TV. Then you come into our fan page. If you follow us, subscribe or like us, then you can see our live shows and get a notification of it. But there's an 8 seconds delay on Facebook. You can also see when we're doing highlights. We'll pop them up there, and small news with pictures. You can like, share with your friends what we're doing, share your interest. Hope you will join in. But if you're more the video type, then go to YouTube. Esailing TV channel here has a live feed also. There's a 6 seconds delay, but it's fantastic on YouTube. All our videos is saved forever, so you can see what we've been doing the last year, also the highlights. Example, here's Norman and I having fun with the chat, getting questions from the chat, and it was so fun. But if you want to see the live shows straight away without any delays, then go on the Gamers Universe, Twitch TV, write Esailing TV. There's a 2 seconds delay. So in here is if you want to see the shows live. All live shows will be deleted after 14 days. But you can do your own highlights, clip it out, and it will be saved forever. And then some of you said, hey, Twitter. Yeah, we are on Twitter. Go on Twitter, write Esailing TV. We're also doing live shows on Twitter. But again, there's an 8 seconds delay on the live shows. But you can see some tweets when we're out traveling. You can get direct notifications when we're doing activities. In here, we are doing a lot of pop-up news, but we are having a lot of fun. You can share and like what we're doing. And of course, Instagram is also there. But Instagram, we're not doing any live shows on. We're only doing pop-up news. So here you can see what we're doing of crazy things, and trust me, we'll be better to do a lot of more crazy things in here. Example, we met L1's nail shop in Liverpool, or the highlights show from the World Championship. We also informed about it here. Hope you're enjoying what we're doing in Esailing TV. See you on the servers.